Hundreds of Texas National Guard troops have arrived in Illinois as part of President Donald Trump's controversial plan to deploy military personnel into Chicago, a move that's triggered a fierce legal and political showdown with state leaders. Texas Governor Greg Abbott wrote on X on Tuesday, "The elite Texas National Guard are on the ground and ready to go. They are putting America first by ensuring that the federal government can safely enforce federal law." According to a military official cited by the New York Times, about 200 Texas troops are expected to deploy to the Chicago area on Wednesday. Another 300 Illinois National Guard troops, whom the Trump administration has sought to federalize against the objections of state leaders, are also preparing for deployment. U.S. Northern Command confirmed that the Guard troops will be mobilized for an initial 60-day period. Their mission: protect U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) operations, federal agents, and federal property within Illinois. However, officials emphasized that the troops are not expected to engage directly in law enforcement activities. News cameras on Tuesday captured Texas Guard personnel stationed at an Army Reserve Center in Elwood, Illinois, roughly 55 miles southwest of Chicago. The sight of military convoys rolling into the state added to tensions already brewing between Illinois officials and the White House. Both Illinois and the city of Chicago filed a lawsuit on Monday to block the Trump administration's deployment, accusing it of violating the fundamental principle separating military power from domestic law enforcement. The lawsuit warned that the move puts bedrock principles of American democracy in peril. While a federal court last week temporarily halted a similar Guard deployment in Portland, Oregon, the judge handling the Illinois case declined to issue an immediate injunction. A hearing on the lawsuit is scheduled for Thursday, meaning troops may begin operations before the court even rules on their legality. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, a Democrat, has been one of the most vocal critics of the move. He accused President Trump of using authoritarian tactics to assert control over states led by political rivals.
Let me be clear. Donald Trump is using our service members as political props and as pawns in his illegal effort to militarize our nation's cities. I want to thank Attorney General Kwame Raoul and his staff, along with my General Counsel Ann Spillane and our excellent Governor's Office legal team, for working tirelessly for weeks now to prepare federal lawsuits in anticipation of this unconstitutional invasion of Illinois by the federal government. Since the beginning of this invasion, families have been snatched up off the streets or removed from their homes, zip-tied and detained for hours, including especially U.S. citizens and legal residents of our state. And in the words of CBP Chief Patrol Agent Greg Bavino, they're being chosen by how they look. I refuse to let Donald Trump, Kristi Noem, and Gregory Bavino continue on this march toward autocracy. Their plan all along has been to cause chaos, and then they can use that chaos to consolidate Donald Trump's power. They think they can fool us all into thinking that the way to get out of this crisis that they created is to give them free rein. Well, that plan will only work if we let it. The state of Illinois is going to use every lever at our disposal to resist this power grab and get Noem's thugs the hell out of Chicago. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid, and I won't back down.
The Trump administration, however, has defended its actions as a necessary response to what it describes as an escalating law and order crisis in Chicago. Officials have cited regular protests around a suburban ICE facility and alleged threats against federal agents as justification for the deployment. The showdown now pits federal authority directly against state sovereignty, with military boots already on Illinois soil and political tensions running higher than ever.